If you work, you eat. It's as simple as that.
If you say so.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm fine. Excellent. I just want to trade a few things.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Let's trade some things.
Sure thing.
Oh, I see. I think she could wear things on the bottom half of her body, but not the torso. Okay. Oh, but now her item disappeared. Dang, I knew I should have quick saved.
Good dog. And I'll just take this. I just want to trade a few things.
Of course.
Come to Mama. Working hard?
My back hurts, my feet hurt, everything hurts.
Sorry to hear that.
You know what? Since we talked, I'm feeling swell. Look at the two of us, here in Sanctuary. Prepared for the future.
Roger that.
Ain't looking for trouble, I hope.
Easy. I'm really not looking for trouble. Just wanted to trade a few things.
Sure thing.
And
One day,
I'll just take
Sanctuary
this.
will be a vibrant community. I've seen it.
I hope you're right. Let's trade some things.
Sure. Got a dangerous look about you. Hope you ain't here for me.
Wrong on both tries. Deacon.
Instinct is a powerful tool in our business. Rely on it. Train it up. It'll save your life. Promise.
Absolutely. How's it going?
Lancer Captain Kells is one of the finest officers I've ever had the pleasure of serving under.
Really? Excellent.
Personal log entry 142. I can sum up living on the Prydwen in 4 words. I miss field assignments. Don't get me wrong, the research we're doing is exciting stuff, but life on this ship is a nightmare. I'm trapped in this metal tube 18 hours a day. I still can't decide who smells worse, the soldiers or the mole rats. And what passes for conversation among the grunts makes mutants seem scholarly. I'm gonna speak to Proctor Quinlan. Field scribes cannot have it this bad.
Ad Victoriam, sister.
Hey,
I'll have a school night.
that'd be great. Hell yeah. Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
So, you're the new recruit I heard about. Huh, not what I was expecting.
What were you expecting?
The last batch of recruits we took on were wastelanders. Dirty, beaten up, looking for a handout. They were desperate and looking for an easy out. You look like you're here for a reason. Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, we may as well get it over with. My name's Ingram, and this lovely little grease pit is where you'll usually find me. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Prydwen's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone haywire, you come see me.
Is this where I get my power armor?
Ha! That's always the first question from the new guys. Let's see. I just fixed up a pretty decent T-60 suit. The left leg actuator's a bit sticky, but it'll keep the creeps off of you. It's sitting in Bay 3. There isn't a day that goes by on this tub without 5 or 6 things breaking down. And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as spry as I used to be. The work tends to pile up.
You feel like telling me how you ended up that way?
That's a little personal, don't you think?
If we're going to be working as a team, we should get to know each other better.
I'm not really looking for sympathy. And honestly, I don't know you that well. Maybe some other time. Anyway, if you need any work done on your power armor, feel free to use the workshops around here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work.
Proctor?
Oh, my list of maintenance fixes keeps getting longer and longer.
Tough break. Come to Mama.
Treat your power armor well, and it can get you through anything.
Absolutely. Bingo. Hell yeah.
Oh god, mole rat on a stick was a really bad idea. Excuse me.
Not
Step
likely.
forward, Knight. Even though they've locked me in this blasted cage, I promise that I won't bite.
Why are you in there?
I'm glad you asked. Now, this is the stowage depot, and I, as you probably already guessed, am the ship's quartermaster, Proctor Tegan. The powers that be have me locked in here, so I can keep an eye on the Brotherhood's valuables. If you need to stock up on supplies before you head out on a mission, this is the place to buy them.
Wait, buy them? Since when does the military sell equipment to its own soldiers?
Since someone dropped a whole bunch of bombs and blew up every single factory that manufactured weapons and ammunition. Keeping the Brotherhood supplied takes caps, and everyone contributes to the cause. The good news is by having a constant flow of caps, I'm able to buy whatever you bring me. Yeah, I'm mostly interested in weapons, but I'll take anything useful. Of course, if you're just looking to make a few caps on the side, I might have some extra work for you to do.
What sort of extra work are we talking about?
Oh, no. It's nothing like you're thinking. It just involves a little bit of heavy lifting and interacting with the local farms. And since I'm stuck up here manning this one-man zoo, I need someone to do the legwork for me. After you're done with the meet and greet, we can discuss the details. In the meantime, if you ever need anything else, a gun, a mod, even ammo, you just let me know.
Tegan.
Remember, come find me when you're done meeting the rest of the crew. Plenty of work if you need it.
Sounds good. Tegan.
Come back when you're done introducing yourself.
Uh-huh. Come to Mama. Nice.
Proctor Tegan's looking for folks to procure supplies from local farms. You should talk to him.
I'll think about it. Hi.
The Pridwin is a magnificent ship, and we're lucky to have her in our arsenal.
Absolutely.
Ah, good. You're finally here. Just set the books down anywhere. I'll get to them as soon as I can.
I think you're confusing me with someone else.
Perhaps I need to rummage through the supply bins for a new pair of glasses. Since it's obvious that you aren't who I was expecting, would you mind telling me why you're here?
Should I come back when you're less busy?
Our recent arrival in the Commonwealth has left me with an immense amount of data to compile. None of that's your fault, really. You're obviously here for a reason. What was it again?
Maxon wanted me to meet the crew. You were next on my list.
Ah, yes. You must be the new recruit described in Paladin Dance's report. Under normal circumstances, I'd provide you with a proper orientation of my department. However, I'm woefully behind setting up research patrols and getting bombarded with requests for technical documentation. Unfortunately, I'm lacking the personnel needed to get the job done.
What type of technical documentation are you looking for?
The Brotherhood is primarily interested in collecting information that might assist us with our current mission. Medical records, science journals, weapon schematics. If it contains any type of useful data, we need to get our hands on it.
What exactly is a research patrol?
Simply put, we send a small two-man team to scout a location and evaluate its technical and historical relevance. Saves us from sending an entire retrieval team to a worthless location.
Maybe I could lend a hand.
That would be splendid. As you patrol the Commonwealth, keep your eyes open for blueprints, memos, manuals, books, charts. Anything containing useful technical data. I'm authorized to pay you for each bundle of documents that you recover. And if you wish to be assigned to a research patrol, I have plenty of them waiting to be filled. In any event, it was a pleasure to meet you, Knight.
Hey.
Please, finish your introductions by all means. But I do hope you'll consider assisting me when you're done.
I'll think about it.
Hail, Knight.
Hey.
Glad you finally... Where are you going, Knight? You need to complete your medical exam.
Hey.
We'll stop the Institute. For Maxon, and for the Brotherhood.
So, how are you gonna do that? Hey there.
Greetings, Knight.
Hey.
Ah, you're back. Good. Are you ready for your medical exam?
What kind of medical exam? I feel fine.
There's nothing to be alarmed about. I just have a few simple questions about your medical history. It's my responsibility to make sure that you don't bring anything up here that could pose a threat to the crew. I'm going to ask you a series of medical-related questions, and I'd like you to answer me to the best of your ability. First question. As a child, were you ever exposed to radiation for an extended period of time?
There wasn't that much radiation around before the bombs fell.
Before the bombs? What? Let me check my notes. You were a vault dweller? You're probably healthier than anyone else aboard. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your records. Just going down the list of questions. I'm sure you understand. Okay, second question. Have you ever had or come in contact with a person confirmed to be carrying a communicable disease?
Have you had problems with the crew catching diseases?
Well, yes, actually. It's not unusual for our recon teams to stumble across contaminated environments or disease-carrying creatures. We don't want a single crewman infecting the entire ship. Anyway, this exam is about you, so... have you had or come in contact with anyone carrying a communicable disease?
Never been seriously sick in my life.
Good, good. Third question. And please, answer honestly. Have you ever had sexual relations with any species considered non-human?
That happens often enough for you to have a question about it?
You'd be surprised how many Wastelanders answer yes to that question. Fortunately, the Brotherhood finds that type of behavior absolutely distasteful. Since you haven't spent too much time in the Wasteland, I'll assume your answer is no. Last question. Would you have any problems pulling the trigger on an enemy of the Brotherhood, whether they're human, formerly human, or machine?
That's more of a morals question, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I feel that the mental state of the crew is just as important as the physical. Anyone that hesitates firing in combat due to misguided moral standards certainly isn't Brotherhood material. So what about you? Would you have a problem with it?
If my life's in danger, I'll do whatever it takes to defend myself.
That's an acceptable answer, and the most common. Excellent. I think I've got all the information I need. I see no reason to prevent you from beginning your duties immediately. If you ever need medical assistance, you let me know.
Captain.
Something I can do for you, soldier?
Any news out there, Doctor?
Got nothing. Sorry. Just trying to practice medicine.
Yeah. See what's wrong with me, Doctor.
All right, soldier. You'll be fine. Just tell me what the trouble is.
Too much radiation. I feel sick.
Blood pooling in the gums, signs of anemia. Yeah, we better clean you up. All done. Any other complaints?
Hurting all over, Doc.
I've seen worse. Better stitch you up before infection sets in, though. All done. Any other complaints?
No, we're done.
All right. You watch yourself out there, soldier.
Hey.
You're an inspiration to us all, Knight. Do us proud.
Thanks, I guess. Mine now. Excellent. Naraya.
Feel free to have a look at the specimens, but please don't touch anything. I refuse to be held responsible if you are injured.
Are all these creatures yours?
Well, they're an important part of my research, if that's what you mean. I'm on the cusp of discovering how these creatures' bodies have adapted to the radiation that's infiltrated their habitats. If I can crack the code, I can equip our troops with a protective compound far superior to Rad-X.
What do you mean, crack the code?
The genetic code. The DNA sequences that are in every living thing. You see, the ionizing radiation left behind by the Great War kills because it damages most living things on a cellular level. However, after several generations, these creatures' bodies have adapted by altering their genetic makeup to prevent cellular disruption. I believe I've discovered how I can replicate that genetic restructuring rapidly. Instead of decades, I can do it in moments. For a short period of time, anyway.
Why alter it for a short period of time? Why not do it permanently?
Attempting to alter the genetic code permanently? That's too close to what happened with FEV and Spawn, the super mutant. I'm not willing to take a chance like that. I wish I could show you a sample of the compound, but unfortunately I've hit a stumbling block preventing me from synthesizing a sample. The specimens I've already captured can only produce so much blood and genetic material. If I try and harvest too much, they'll die. What I need are more samples of blood from the creatures roaming the Commonwealth.
Will I get some of that new compound you're developing?
If I make a breakthrough, you'll be the first person I give it to. After I've tested it on myself, of course. I've modified your Pip-Boy to scan the corpse of any freshly killed creature that has the proper type of blood in its body. All you have to do is pick up any viable sample and bring it back to me. Hey, I really appreciate you doing this for me. It's nice to know I'm not the only person in the Brotherhood with an open mind.
In my experience, hotshots and big mouths end up with closed caskets. At funerals.
Pretty much. Scribe.
I prefer laser weapons myself. It's a cleaner shot, leaves that memorable ozone smell.
That's up to you.
Pridwin in town. The Institute doesn't have a chance.
I hope you're right.
When I get off duty, that Southburn steak.
Can I help you with anything?
Let's Let's hear a bit more about that extra work you mentioned.
Hard to resist the lure of extra caps. The food stores don't replenish themselves, so I need legs on the ground to hit up farms in the area. We'll be requisitioning a portion of their harvest, and I need that food crated and ready to go for when I send out a collection team. Your mission will be to ensure full cooperation of the civilian farmers, by any means necessary.
Any means necessary? You're giving me carte blanche on this?
You said it. Like they say, if you aren't with us, you're against us. Think you can handle that?
I'm in.
Thought you would be. You'll find the farm on your map. And don't forget, you get their cooperation by any means necessary. That farm's nothing you can't handle.
Have anything unusual?
I have some special mods I've been working on. Sort of a hobby I have to pass the time. Real high-powered stuff. Slap a few of them onto your weapons, and I am pretty sure they'll put a smile on your face.
Nothing today.
Sounds good.
Proctor? Deacon.
I've had this mug for too long. Might be time for a new face.
I like it. Dance.
There's a wealth of technology just waiting to be discovered out here.
Absolutely. Everything okay, boy?
What's our next move?
I can't really say. Any words of wisdom?
Make it quick. We have a lot of ground to cover.
It never ends.
What's going on?
Hey.
One day the railroad's number will be up. I thought that day had come with the switchboard. I can't shake the feeling we're living.
Just wanted to trade a few things.
You hear about that farm run by ghouls? Isn't that something?
Possibly. I want to trade a few things.
Go ahead.
You know what? Since we talked, I'm feeling swell. Here in Sanctuary.
What do you need, General?
Hey.
I'm thinking next time I go to town, I'll dress up as a mystery.
I'm pleased we were assigned to the same team. I think we can learn a lot from each other.
Yeah.
That's close enough, stranger. We're a peaceful farm. We don't want any trouble.
It's okay. I'm friendly. Not looking to cause any trouble.
If you say so, but be warned, we're armed here, so don't try anything. Let me tell you, farming ain't easy. Out in the field all day, every day, and every minute of it spent watching your back.
What kind of crops do you grow here?
Mostly potatoes so far, but we're starting on melons. Lake Abernathy. Been ages since I've seen one of those vault suits around. You new to these parts?
Yeah, you could say that.
Good to see a new face. How about you? Ever think about working the land?
I'll probably give it a try someday.
Well, good luck to you then. Maybe I'll see you at the Diamond City Market someday and we'll do a swap. Word of advice though, if you do start up a farm, be ready to deal with the raiders. Why do all the hard work when you can just take what you want at gunpoint?
What about the Minutemen? If you join up, we can all help each other against the raiders.
You don't say. I thought the Minutemen were all gone. Last time those raiders hit us, my daughter Mary tried to stand up to them. Now she's buried out back of the house. Only 21 years old, and they shot her down without a thought. So you can understand why I'm glad to hear the Minutemen are back. Although, a bit too late for my Mary.
We're here now. Anything we can do?
I don't have much to offer, but those raiders that killed Mary, they took her locket too. It's been in Connie's family for generations. If you could get it back, it'd mean a lot to us.
Do you know where they're coming from?
Yeah, pretty sure I do. One of them mentioned Olivia while they were here. My guess is they're holed up in that old USAF station.
All this sunlight. I just feel exposed.
Can't help you there.
We've been traveling for a spell. I was hoping to have some words with you.
Hey there.
I'd still like to talk, if you're interested.
What do you want to talk about?
I'm used to flying solo, but I gotta admit, working with you makes me think I've been missing out. Having someone watching your back is refreshing, especially since you never know when the Institute is watching.
You've never had a partner?
Not for a long time. Besides, partnering up in the railroad can leave you vulnerable. One more person who can finger you to the Institute. Some people at HQ are jealous. You took the big nap and everyone you knew is long gone. Now, hear me out on the silver lining. If a human in the railroad slips up, then they expose friends and loved ones to danger. You're safe from that.
Well, I guess I'm a little lucky then.
What's done is done, and the upshot is you're in a position where you can act openly. If you go to ground, there's little the coursers can do about it. It doesn't matter much to me. I'm a synth. At least that's what they tell me. So I really don't have anything to lose. For Glory and me and the others, it's easier to dedicate ourselves to the cause.
I had no idea.
I figured you deserved to know. I was one of the first to get the whole cranium reboot, and let's just say it was a learning experience for everyone. Since we're traveling together, I want you to take this. It's my recall code. If you ever need to know something about the Institute, read it to me.
What's the recall code do?
That's the safety net the brain docs put in. An ejector seat to bring back your old synth self. I don't know for certain, but I imagine it's a big old wad of trauma and cupcakes. Except with no cupcakes. Don't use the code unless you absolutely have to. It'll wipe my memories. I'm not sure how much of me will even be left. You know, I'd just feel better if you didn't read it until you need it. You know, I'm having second thoughts on the whole recall code. Wait, you read it, didn't you?
Why shouldn't I read it?
Just in case it gets stuck in your head. You know, like if I say...
How are you doing?
What's up?
Never mind. Hey.
I'd still like to talk, if you're interested.
What do you want to talk about?
I'm used to flying solo, especially...
Sure. You've never had a partner.
Not for a long time. Some people at HQ, if a human in...
I hadn't thought of it that way.
When the switchboard went sideways, some people lost family as well as comrades. That's gotta be tough. It doesn't matter much to me. I'm a synth. At least that's what they tell me. So I really don't have anything to lose. For Glory and me and the others, it's easier to dedicate ourselves to the cause.
I had no idea.
I figured you deserve it. Since we're traveling together, I want you to take this. It's my recall code. If you ever need to know something...
I appreciate the trust.
Yeah, well, about that. Don't use the code unless you absolutely have to. It'll wipe my memories. I'm not sure how much of me will even be left. You know, I'd just feel better if you didn't read it until you need it.